Hello everybody and welcome to this tiny nook of this tiny room. I'm here today to do probably more than anything a review of these lovely clothes that I got recently from, drumroll please, DevilNight.co.uk. Don't be fooled by the UK address. This company is actually based in Asia, so everything's sent from there. If you're in the UK and you wonder why things are taking a while to get to you, that's why. Fortunately, being in New Zealand, things from China and Hong Kong don't take very long to get here, which is really nice. Although obviously with COVID lately, everything's been really slow in the post. Yay. But I've had these things for a while and I've been meaning to make this video for a while, so sorry for the delay. But DevilNight has been for a long time one of my favorite websites to find most of my favorite fancy brands, right? You know, I've mentioned a million times, I really love the brand Punk Rave. I loved that brand for at least a decade, since the days when I used to sell my old clothes, save up and buy some Punk Rave stuff off eBay. So be fortunate now that you have websites like DevilNight where it's just like all there. And the other thing I like about DevilNight is they always have like a big variety of sizes, which unfortunately for me this time has been a bit of a downfall. You may notice that what I'm wearing right now is a little bit baggy, for example. In general, it's a pretty good website and I like that they have a really good variety of stuff. So I've got some stuff here today to showcase and review for you from not just Punk Rave but also Devil Fashion. Devil Fashion has been around for that long. I've been consistently impressed with it. It's very pretty. It's in a similar sort of vein as Punk Rave. But the one thing I found with Devil Fashion, not to be confused, the website is DevilNight, the brand is Devil Fashion, a bit confusing I know. I found that Devil Fashion's sizes can be pretty inconsistent, and as they are both Asian brands, the sizes tend to be very small. And because DevilNight stocks the larger sizes of these brands, you know, I feel like I'm a wee bit safer. So for Punk Rave, for example, I normally wear a XXL. I'm a UK 14, I don't know what that is in US sizes, I'm sorry. UK 14, I'm 5'7", so kind of like medium tall. But what I've always found with Punk Rave, and it's just my body in general because I'm really cone shaped, I'm even kind of broader on the top and just kind of long and straight otherwise, I found so many times that things will fit me on the bottom half perfectly but be too tight on the top, or vice versa, they'll fit fine on top and then be too baggy around the bottom half. And I've run into the same problem here, unfortunately, with this haul review, whatever. So I'll start off by showing you this dress which I have here. This is one of the ones from Devil Fashion. It's very pretty. What attracted me to this dress was the fabric. If you look closely, you can see it's got, I think, skeleton ladies inside cameos, and crosses and roses and lots of pretty patterns. It's just very lovely, and it's got this velvet cravat attached to it and a high sort of ruffled velvet neckline, and around the waist is a velvet band. It's got the little peaky shoulders but they don't sit, because in the past I found that with Devil Fashion in particular, for some reason their tops and jackets are extremely small on me, even if they're XXL, whereas, you know, bottom half things, fine. I thought what I'd do in this instance is I'd go a size up just to be safe. So I got this dress in XXL, right? And it's actually much too big for me. I feel like with Devil Fashion, it's like a total gamble. Maybe I want to even like contact this company and be like, hey, could you please make your sizes more consistent? That'd be really great. So it's longer at the back and shorter at the front. It's a very pretty style. It's actually completely see-through, so unless you want people seeing your body, you have to wear something underneath. There is a little underskirt thingy so it doesn't show off your bottom. What I really don't like about this dress, what I think is a massive design flaw, is the bloody stupid sleeves. The sleeves tighten with these two velvet ribbons. Not only are they super annoying and difficult to do up, but if you want to pull it up further on your arm, it'll dig into your skin. I'm like, why use ribbons when you can just use elastic? It would look so much better, it'd be so much more comfortable. The other thing that I didn't like about it is when I first put it on and went to tighten the ribbons on one sleeve, one of them just pulled off. So what I've been doing for the sleeve is kind of like wrapping the ribbon around and knotting it in like that. I'll either stitch a bit of elastic around the cuffs, I'll just put like an elastic band around each one when I wear them to hold them up. I've done that before with arm socks and stuff, so it's not that big a deal. It's just kind of like, it's just such a simple thing that would make such a pretty garment so much less silly. Next thing was also a dress, and this was from Punk Rave, and this was, again, it's so hard for me to show you this because this is obviously not made for my body. This is not made for buxom ladies, shall I say. This is a very long dress, and I really liked it because it's not only is it long, and long dresses seem kind of hard to come by these days, but it's got all these kind of hangy-offy sort of applique lacy doodaddy things on the front. It's got straps, but they are removable, so it can be a strapless dress. It's got a wee bit of corseting up the back, and I really love the skirt. It's really soft and swooshy and long, and it goes all the way to the floor, even on me. It's a bit strange how the applique part isn't actually attached to it, really, like it just sort of sits on the front. It's got a pretty stretchy bodice, which is nice. However, the top of the bodice is much too narrow for my body. It just shows off most of my bra on either side, and it is generously padded around the bosom. Because I do like this dress otherwise, I'm thinking I might try, I'm not sure if I'm gonna ruin it if I like cut out the bra cups. It just looks super terrible on me. Like, I don't want to have to sell this. I actually really think it's pretty, and like I said, long dresses seem for some reason hard to come by these days, even though some of us like wearing long dresses. So I feel that for the less buxom ladies amongst us, this is a very pretty dress. Lovely for formal occasions and dates and school dances, that kind of thing. Fortunately for me, it can be redeemed by this kind of coat thing that I also got from them. This is also punk rave. It's got a very, very weird collar, and I'm afraid every time I touch it that I'm going to ruin it. Always with punk rave things, I've said this so many times, but when you get it in person, there's always more beautiful details on it than you saw in the photographs. So this is like a really long, like underbust kind of coat thing. I just about poked myself in the eye then. It's so long it trails across the floor, which personally I like. I do actually like to wear things that are really long and trail across the floor. I haven't so far had anything become tattered that way, but I'm not bothered by things getting tattered because that's kind of part of my aesthetic anyway. Fortunately, when I put on this coat, it makes the dress look okay on me. It's very, very light and soft, so good for summer, so like a good festival thing. Very, very smart looking. It's got this lovely sort of black on black baroque type pattern, I guess you'd call it. It has buttons, but it actually domes up on the front, and it has pockets, which is very, very handy, as we all know. The strangest aspect of it is the collar, which has wire in it, so it's kind of wavy the way it's set up, but you can adjust it, so I guess you can shape the collar however you like, make it wavy or non-wavy, I don't know. I'm just kind of like afraid of buggering it up. And it has this lovely subtle detail on the back of the collar there, starting from the collar going down the back. I feel like I'm going to get a lot of use out of this actually, because it's really the kind of thing I like, and this sort of thing's quite hard to come by. I would put this a little bit in the category of like elegant gothic aristocrat, you know, EGA, that style. I don't know if anybody dresses like anymore. So two more things to show you. Everything, these things are all very fancy, and I think these last two things are the fanciest, okay? I love this, and I'm going to get use out of it for sure. God, don't you miss going to things and seeing people and going to see bands play and stuff like that? So many pretty clothes and nowhere to wear them. Anyway, so it's a bit hard to show you just in this little frame here, but this is a long buffy skirt, and it's very, very pretty and interesting. It's very high-waisted, and amazingly it's a little bit big for me, okay? It's a little bit big, but it has an adjustable-ish waist. It's got like a cord at the back to make it tighter. It's got this very beautiful large applique on the front, which actually has, well, I didn't realize this is detachable. It's got a little brooch on it with a black rose and a little red blood drop gem. It's got this beautiful beaded and sequin sparkling trim all around the hem part of the top layer. It's got this cool feature where on the front this mesh layer has these two cords in it, which I guess you can pull on and knot up, I suppose, that tucks up the front layer for a different look. Isn't that nice? And I think it looks nicest when it's tucked up like that. It's a bit funny feeling to wear it. I'm guessing it'll probably soften up eventually, but around the hem it feels kind of stiff. It feels stiff around your ankles, like you can feel it brushing. It's a bit odd. It's not a bad thing, it's just odd, that's all. Normally I would try this with some kind of volume enhancing petticoat underneath, but all my stuff on the other side of the world, so I can't. The little brooch on the front is so sweet. You can take that off and move it or wear it as a lapel pin or as a brooch anywhere. Luxurious skirt. I'm super happy with that. Lastly, and certainly not leastly, is this blazer. This is also Devil fashion. Like I said, Devil fashions blazers, jackets and tops for some reason, not always but most of the time, tiny, really tiny. So again, I got this in a triple XL. Unlike the dress, it is not too big for me, but it's just ill-fitting in general, so I'm afraid I can't really show it to you in its full proper glory. It's just my body not being suitable for it, unfortunately. Quite tight across the chest on me, but the arms are really long and baggy. Almost fine, but not quite. This blazer has the most beautiful, sumptuous fabric. It's like a wine red. Look at me wearing colors sometimes. It's got what I think is meant to be like a faux waistcoat. So it's meant to look like a blazer, or should I rather say a tailcoat. It's meant to look like a tailcoat with a waistcoat underneath. Also this big frilly beautiful cravat. It's got quite a thick heavy neckline, but I guess it means it'll stand up really straight. You can't adjust it or anything, it's just the size it is. I really wish this looked better on me because I would definitely wear it. Fortunately though, it doesn't fit me all that well. It perfectly fits Mr. L, my partner man, the man I love. He fits it perfectly and it looks amazing on him. So Devil Fashion will have like a male and a female version of a lot of their garments, and this is one of them. I was kind of like, did they send me a men's one instead of a woman's one? The only main difference being that the women's one is a bit more shapely around the waist. It looks perfect on him, it looks amazing on him, really handsome, so I'm always happy to be able to give him something nice to wear. If there was anything that you wanted to go have a look at, as always, I will link everything in the description box below for you to go have a wee look. Otherwise, like, DevilNight is one of those websites that it's really hard not to just go crazy on because they have so much stuff. Like I said, do be wary, this is an Asian website. Most of the brands are Asian brands and the sizes are very small, just so you know. If I can find a way to write to Devil Fashion, I really want to be like, can you please make your sizes more consistent because it's getting very difficult. I know there's always a gamble of buying things online, like will it fit, won't it fit? Especially if you've got an atypical body shape, it's always a real bonus if things fit and look good. My favorite thing from what I'm showing you today is probably, it's gotta be the skirt. The skirt's pretty fantastic, isn't it? If there's ever anything to go to, ever again, I might wear that to it. What was your favorite thing that I've shown you today? Would you wear any of them? I know that they're like pretty fancy, a lot of things, and like not necessarily for every day, although for some people they can certainly be for every day, but I think for most of us, special occasions. Massive thank you to DevilNight.co.uk for giving me some beautiful things to wear. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. I do love playing dress ups. Also, I'm sure Mr. L is pretty stoked now to have something beautiful to wear. Honestly, he looks so good. Oh. Men need to wear lace more, seriously. When and why did men stop wearing lace? It looks so handsome. So not only thank you to DevilNight, but thank you very much to you. Thank you for being here and watching. If you have not already done so, please subscribe to my channel. And as always, take care of yourself, be nice to each other, and I will see you next time. Bye. Everybody knows your love.